Hey guys, here's another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So today, a few things. One is we got the seats, or the middle row seat back for the 21 window Deluxe. So that's not this one. It's twin brother. This is 59 if I remember right. 61. Both Deluxes, both 23 windows. This bus needs a little bit more polishing and a little bit of paint touch up here and there. It's a new paint job that our shop handled. And yeah, this one should be coming into the actual shop here any day now. Maybe by, if not the end of this week, then by next week for sure. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But the seats had some issues. The customer bought pre-made covers. This is a reproduction middle seat, and the pre-made covers from West Coast Classic Interiors did not fit. I think that the reproduction seat is actually a little bit thicker in this direction, and that made it so that they wouldn't fit. So we had our guy basically remake one from scratch with the correct matching material, so it'll match the front and rear seats. Again, this is the middle seat. So there you go. The other seats are all ready to go. They're in storage in our container over there. So other than that, we're getting ready to pop the motor in this baby. This is the Prairie Beige 57. So the firewall sound deadening mat went on today, looking good, as did the engine compartment seal. You see all the way around here. Thing's kind of a pain in the butt, but I said it before, I'll say it again. Every minute that you spend on the channel that strip goes in, you probably save 2, 3, 4 minutes in time actually when you go to put the seal in. Don't try and put a seal in a mangled channel. You will hate it and it won't cooperate. So anyway, that went in. Sound deadening went in. The motor is pretty much done and ready to go in. You see it's got nice shiny exhaust pipes on it now. It's got a bitchin' looking restored air cleaner with the correct sticker on it. And what else did we do? I think the fuel lines went on today. I don't remember if those were on or not. Rafa was working on this some. Couple other details that we can do once it's in the car. We just got the hard vacuum line today. We want to send it out and have it zinc plated. That can go on once the motor's in the car. Likewise, we're trying to hunt down or see if the customer has a nicer voltage regulator cap. This one is not too bad overall, but it's got a pretty sharp little dent right here that would be impossible to beat out from the inside and make it look good. So we're trying to see if the customer has a nicer one. He does have a stash of parts, so if he has a nicer one, great, we'll clean it up, paint it. If not, I think we actually have one that we can provide. But this motor hopefully is going in tomorrow, fingers crossed. So what else did we do today? Spent some time on this 6123 window today, so the hard brake lines are all on it now. And the rubber brake lines, of course, just hanging there because there's nothing to attach them to. But you can see here the master cylinder with all the hard lines coming out of it. Looking super good. Look at those hard lines. Works of art, the bends and so on in them. So yeah, unfortunately we can't put the suspension on this bus until we take it off this dolly, because the dolly bolts to where the suspension goes. So even though the front end is done and ready to go on, we're gonna wait a little, because this bus tomorrow is gonna go to Octavio's shop, a couple doors down, and get the headliner and rag top installed. You can see all the materials for that, which the customer bought and provided. It's all right there. Rear hard brake lines are in. You can kind of get a glimpse of them there. Looking good. And likewise with the rear suspension, you know, I was going to put the spring plates on the other day. Nope. The dolly also bolts to where they go. So we're going to keep the thing on the dolly so we can easily roll it over to our neighbor's shop. They'll do the headliner and the rag top. And then when they're done, it'll probably take about a week. It's a lot of work on one of these, especially with the sliding sunroof. Ton of work to do a headliner, put that sliding sunroof in and do its headliner. So they're probably going to have this thing for about a week. And then we'll roll it back here on the dolly. And by then we'll take this dolly off and start putting on the suspension. So you can see, again, the front suspension's done. The rear, we ran into a bit of a hiccup with it. I was actually going to install the brakes and so on this one today, but there's some mismatched parts here. For those of you that know buses, this bus is an earlier bus. It should have what's called a small nut transmission. That refers to the axle nut here. And so this is correct, but this part of the reduction box is actually off, or appears to be off, a later transmission, which is known as a big nut, based on the size and spacing of these two studs here. So the backing plates that we have, which are again the correct small nut ones, would not bolt on here, no way. So we're going to have our transmission guy look and see if he can find the correct housings here. We're going to have to swap those out so that we can actually build this thing and it'll be correct. It's not just a matter of putting on big nut backing plates because the brakes are physically bigger. The big nut drums are also bigger. They won't fit on this axle. I mean, the whole thing's a mess. So we have to make this right in order to put this bus together. Again, this is how the customer supplied it with these parts. Our transmission guy, you know, did a beautiful job of rebuilding it with the parts provided. But then when it actually came time to putting on the backing plates, we noticed that this housing here for the reduction box is not right. So, you know, it's always something with restoring these cars. You always run into these weird little unexpected things that kind of slow you down. But that is it for today. I should mention the customer of this, the beautiful 65, he's going to come get it on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. So that one will be here another few days. I'll try and do a walk around video of it. I need to ask the customer a couple questions about it before I do that, and try and shoot a customer car walk around on it. So for today, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.